All right, folks, we are back to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles offense. Give a little film review here, talk through some of their personnel. The Eagles are a extremely option-heavy team, and they have some RPOs sprinkled in there through similar looks. They're going to use a lot of play action, lots of screens, not a ton of straight dropbacks, though. And first things first, I want to highlight some of the problems that we have on this team. And by problem, I mean guys that you need to be careful of. And that's always going to start with A.J. Brown, number 11 right here. He's on pace for 1,300 receiving yards this season. Against man coverage, he's getting a target share of 41% of his routes. Against zone coverage, 43% of his routes. If they're passing, it's safe to say that he is the primary option more often than not. Then you have to worry about Devonta Smith, who is on pace for 1,000 yards himself. He's going to get a lot more action against zone coverage. The Eagles love to attack man coverage. They've had some more trouble against zone this year, zone-heavy teams like the Colts, or the Bears run it, but let's be honest, the Colts have a lot more talent on their defense than the Bears do right now. But Devonta Smith should see more targets, I think, than A.J. Brown this week because of that zone-heavy defense the Bears run. Against zone coverage, Smith is getting a 57% target rate on his routes run, while against man, it's only 38%. So that's almost a 20% jump there. And the third guy we want to mention is Miles Sanders. He's on pace for 1,400 yards this year. He has nine runs over 20 yards on the season. And their run offense is just very multiple. They have a lot of different ways they can hit you. They're really similar to the Bears in the offense they run, where it's all kind of based around Jalen Hurts' legs being a weapon and utilizing that to their advantage. All right, so when looking at the Eagles offense, the first question I want you to ask is, are they in shotgun or are they under center? As we can see here, they're under center. So when they're under center, they are most likely to call a run or sometimes a play action pass, but they really don't do any straight drop back passing out of under center. It's all out of shotgun. So in this play, I believe they're running a wham play. Run blocking isn't the strength of this whole line, I wouldn't say. I mean, they're good enough at it, but their strength is really much more in the pass protection. So let's take another look here at an under center play. This one, we're going to get play action on. So we see here that they bring man in motion, and that signals the man coverage. They use motion a lot for that. Let's take a look at the route concept here. So they know they have man coverage. Really what we're seeing here, he's going to follow route there. He's going to follow the route up here. This safety's going to be occupied by these two guys who are both going deep, and it's just single high. You know, this is all his area, and that clears out space for A.J. Brown on the crosser. All he has to do is beat his man. Simple as that. So what about when they're in shotgun? Then the question I want you to ask is, where's the tight end? If the tight end is right in here on the line of scrimmage, then we're most likely looking at an option play, a read option, sometimes an RPO, but it was an option run on 11 of the 19 plays I watched in this game that were out of shotgun with the tight end in near the line of scrimmage. I don't want to say in line because it's not necessarily on the line of scrimmage, but in near the line of scrimmage and like in a blocking stance. That's what we're really triggering the read option signal on. Nice run here by Miles Sanders. He's shifty and dangerous. So now, this time around, this space here between the tight end and the line, and he's in a receiver stance. He's in the slot here. So what we know about this is on 13 of the 21 plays I watched that were like this, they'd drop back to pass. Straight drop back, no play action, no run action or option play, just a straight drop back pass. And that's what we get. No action, straight drop back pass. Looks like they got probably cover 3 here. And so they're taking everyone deep. The right read is, yeah, he made the right read. It's one of these two guys, the running back or this outside receiver. So they want to attack these pockets down here under the zones, or up here in between the zones, or trying to hit these alleys right here. which they might be able to do with that slot receiver, but let's just see how it plays out. Yep. A.J. Brown's wide open there for the easy completion. Let's take another look at a different one. Just to get another passing concept. See cover 3, and everything down here is just zoned up. Like I was saying, you're going to try to hit these alleys right here in between the zones, or these soft spots, because like he's right there. So right here is the honey pot. You know, that's right where you want to hit a guy. Looking at hitting one of these spots, or anything underneath here, underneath the zones. And he hits that alley perfectly. Nice throw by Hurts. So what about if you have these stacked formations? The Eagles do this a few times a game. They have this stacked formation on the outside. This is a zone alert screen. So he's going to have the read option here to hand off. Or I think it's an alert. So if he's at the line of scrimmage yelling alert, 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 they're switching from whatever the call was. If the call was a screen, they're switching to the run. If the call was a run, they're switching to the screen. And let's go ahead with it. Yeah, blocker out front. Either side you have the screen on, and then you have the run action here up the middle. So whatever they called in the huddle, this one, he handed it off. Again, run blocking isn't their strongest thing. They're not weak in it, but it's not their strongest either. So here's another look at the same thing, the stack. 1, 2, stack up top, stack up bottom. So the defense should be thinking, all right, we either got a screen to these sides or the run up the middle, and this is where Hurts kills you. Hurts says neither. He just says, I'll just keep it if you're going to give me that much space, and I'll get right near the first down. And that brings us up to the idea of the QB runs. They do some fun stuff with their offensive line in these QB runs. Like this one was just straight up QB draw call. Very, very well designed. You're going to see Travis Kelce pull out here through the B gap up to the front, and then you're also going to see Miles Sanders hitting the same gap at the same time, and they're both just trying to clear everything out this way, assume that the offensive line will take care of this and just give Jalen Hurts this giant alley to run straight into the end zone. And they do. They succeed. Now, Hurts is a very talented runner. He'll kill you with your legs if you're not careful. Even if you are careful, he might kill you with his legs. Like this one, straight drop back pass play call. Looks like cover 3. And he probably could have hit a guy. He could hit the tight end here. Probably wouldn't want to hit him here because that's, if the ball's coming, you know, right there or something, that's a danger throw. But the outside, I could see that being a dangerous throw with him just cutting down. You probably want to just hit the tight end right there. That's your guy. Hurts misses it, double clutches, spins around, makes everyone look bad, laughs at this guy who can't tackle him, and just finally goes down. Dangerous with his legs. Now this one, I think, I get the feeling looking at a lot of their read option stuff that it's almost designed to just be a handoff. Like they're keeping the read option there to disguise when they are actually doing read option, because Hurts only kept like 3 of them this game, and I saw multiple where I thought he could have kept it and gotten some good yards. So it's just that it's what they use as their run game essentially. I think I only had 3 designed runs marked down watching this game. But so when they actually are doing an option, or it might just be a straight QB keeper that looks like a read option, like this one, they designed some extra stuff into it. Like on this one, we see Jordan Mailata pulling all the way, and Jordan Mailata, 6'8", never played football until he was 23 years old in 2022. He was a rugby player from Australia, but absolute physical freak. And we're going to see him pull out from left tackle all the way out to the other side of the line to be a lead blocker for Hurts here on this keeper. And it's fun, interesting stuff like that the Eagles do on some of this. Now, I wish he got out to the backer there. But that's a whole nother story. And that's all I have for you this time around, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's something you want to see, something you want me to talk about, and I'll make sure to get it on the docket. But if not, make sure to go check out my podcast, Shaving Points Podcast. Go check out my work at ontapsportsnet.com, and bear down.